This is Luke Connor with Long Range Only. Today we're going to talk about XLR chassis and their versatility, not only for PRS style shooting, but also for hunting and family use as well. So I've been using these XLR chassis for just over 4 years now. I initially borrowed Evolution from a buddy just to give it a whirl, and once I used it a little bit and got it set up for me, I immediately noticed how comfortable they were. And it was the Evolution, just like this front one right here. We'll talk about that one more in a little bit. But then, after I started using it and trying several different things, getting the kids to shoot, being young and small, I realized how well this would work for that as an option. So this here is the XLR Evolution chassis. This is the first one I ever owned. This is probably my personal favorite. Weighs just, this one in its current configuration weighs just about a couple ounces over 4 pounds, so they're not super heavy. They're definitely fuel packable. They got a full adjustable cheek riser. They got adjustable cant on the rear, adjustable height on the butt pad. You can also cant the whole entire stock assembly if you want to with this timed castle nut right here. I prefer these ergo grips. They're super comfortable. And when you get on the rifle, these stocks, some people prefer a more forward grip or with their thumb forward. And this, just depending on your personal shooting preference, it's no big deal to shoot it thumb wrapped or thumb forward. But these chassis as a whole, once you get them set up right and you get them adjusted for you on the cant and the cheek height, you just climb into it. It's just like getting in your nice comfortable lazy boy recliner at home. Super natural shooting position. So this is the XLR Carbon. I've had this one a few years. This is a Savage 110 receiver, 338 Lapua, 27-inch Bartling. This chassis with the folder and the tactical buttstock I think weighs just like 4 pounds, 2 ounces. So it's relatively light for what it is. This entire setup weighs right at 15 pounds. This one has the folder on it, which is super nice for carrying in a backpack. I'll show a picture or demonstration of that later. Shortens the overall length. These folders lock up nice and tight. No shake, no wiggle, which a lot of the folders have. It's got the carbon fiber tube. This one has the 15-inch handguard. Gets your bipod out away from you a little bit. They make all sorts of different rail attachments. I got a 4-inch pick rail on the bottom of this. I got QD attachments on the side. The buttstock has the QD attachments if you want to carry or use a sling. This gun right here has been packed a lot of miles. Shot a lot of moose, a few grizzly bears. So this is the XLR Element. This is probably their most popular chassis option. It's got a very well rounded price point. I think they're right at $600 with the tack light stock. This one is a little bit more of an upgrade. This is the full tactical rear buttstock on it, so I think they're like $625. But I've had this chassis for a few years now. I've had probably literally 15 different Remington 700 pattern receivers in this gun. If I work on a buddy's gun and it's not shooting good, I always set in this chassis and see if they have a stock problem or a gun problem. This has always been like my building block of testing out any new rifle. I've had Defiance actions in here, Stillers in here, regular Remington 700s. This is a Kelby in here right now. I had to modify this one a little bit for the trigger hanger, but that's the only XLR stock I've ever modified. And they inlet one for the Kelby receiver, which is inletted for the trigger hanger also. So if you ordered one for this, it wouldn't be a big deal at all. But this has been my go-to test, do all. This is the one the kids shoot. The advantage of the Element, I feel, is it's an open top chassis. So your scope rings, if you have multiple different stocks or chassis that you're swapping rifles with, you can keep your same rings. When you go with the Carbon or the Element, they run the high rings to clear the handguards, which isn't a big deal. If that rifle stays in that chassis all the time, that works totally fine. But the Element and the new Envy with the open top is super nice to be able to swap receiver to receiver across the board. So all these XLR chassis, they all accept AI, CS magazines. I'm running Accurate mags in these ones. They inlet the long actions, like this is a CIP shooting a 338 Lapua, but they have different lengths for the AIC pattern mags that you go and you just fill out a request form online. You basically build the chassis to your specs. The fit and finish of these is very good. The machine works good. No tooling marks in them. I've never bedded one of these. Some people do. I've never seen the need. Every rifle I put in it has shot awesome. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. I just bolt it in. I put it down to their recommended 65 inch-pounds of torque on the action screws, and that's all I've ever done. I've really not worked on these much at all because they come out of the package so good. So here is what I think is one of the best versatility features of these chassis. You literally buy a rifle chassis, you put any rifle system in it you want, and it fits every member of your family. My kids have been shooting this system since they were 5. I tried several different things, multiple different systems, and I have yet to find something that's worked better than this. And the beauty of it is you're never cutting down a rifle stock. You cut down a rifle stock to fit your young kid. The next year it's too long, you put spacers in it. Then you're buying a new stock, but it's still too long, so you cut it down again. Here's the beauty of this. This is what we carry in the field right here. This is my wife's rifle. You can carry it just like this. She uses it. We see a bear. Kimber shot a bear this spring. She's 9 years old, 630 yards. We had the rifle. We're going to make the XLR element from an adult gun to a kid gun.
Backup shooter me.
In about 1 minute.
Backup shooter me. Backup shooter.
Here, Colt, let me see that.
Where's the gun that I'm shooting? Just
That's the advantage of this chassis right here. It's all timed, cheek piece set, length of pull, ready to go. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to give a little disclaimer about these XLR chassis. Once you have one and you've used one and you spend a little bit of time behind it, you're really not going to want to shoot a regular stock hunting rifle ever again. The little bit extra weight they are, you very quickly accept that and you carry it because getting in this thing is so easy, it's so comfortable. You fit it to you. Perfect eye relief, perfect cheek height. You just snuggle in, everything fits awesome. So if you're looking to get into the chassis market and try something, I would highly recommend checking XLR out. They have a huge array of different style chassis for what you're going after, but consider the multiple uses that a chassis system like this will have, especially if you have young kids or you want to get your wife into shooting or get some of these other younger kids into shooting. This is a gun that they can grow into over the years. You can adjust it as they get bigger, and you get to use it too.
Hi, my name is Cameron Conner and I'm 9 years old, and I've always shot all my animals with this XLR chassis, and I shot my first animal, which was a moose, when I was 6 with this, and then later I shot 3 black bears and a caribou. Hi, I'm Kokana and I'm 8 years old, and every animal that I shot was with the XLR chassis. I shot 1 bear, 1 moose, and 2 caribou.
Boom! She nailed it.
Nice shot, come here! Give me 5. 622.
So thanks for watching today. Check us out, longrangeonly.com, or you can check us out on Facebook or Instagram. And we also have a YouTube channel too with lots of good video reviews on real gear in real hunting situations that really work.